Guys, and welcome to Sounds Like NYC episode 66. Our next guest is a musician. You can find her on Instagram at Paytra underscore. Please welcome Paytra. What's your last name?
Gessler, but we don't Paytra Gessler, but we just go by Paytra.
All right, we just go by Paytra.
Awesome.
Who's the last name?
Me, myself, and I.
There you
That's
go.
we.
That's great. Yeah.
What's up, guys?
Yeah, so could you tell us a little about yourself?
So, like you said, I'm a singer-songwriter based out of New York. I am releasing my second single off of my debut EP 2020 on October 9th, or I released it on October 9th. And yeah, that's what's up. Like, I'm excited about this EP. It's a long time coming, and I feel like I'm ready to let the world hear it.
So you said the EP was called 2020?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
So tell us a little about the writing process behind that, because I know you said you were writing it during these times. But like, what was that to you? Like, how was it for you?
So similar to how I always say I escape through music, right? So these songs are the opposite of 2020 mood, if that makes sense. Like, they're my escape to it. And I feel like we need a positivity in this world today. And they are. Like, they're kind of like me talk. Are we allowed to say bad words on this podcast?
Go ahead.
Everyone
Okay.
asks that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like
Because I don't want to, I'm definitely like more of a PG-13 person, but I don't know if you're PG. So,
Yeah. You say frick and
so,
couch. That's allowed.
so I talk a lot of shit on this. Like, I'm
hey,
just like,
hey, you can't say that word.
really? You just
No,
told me I could.
I'm kidding. It's a joke.
But I mean, it's just like, again, me trying to feel good. That's what you can think when you listen. It's me trying to feel good when all of this shit's happening outside. Like, outside of like, you could literally look outside and see all of the hot mess that's going on.
Right.
You know, and people getting sick. Like, whatever. It's been a crazy year. We know that. So yeah, it's just, I hope people can listen and feel confident, at least these next 3 months left that we have, and who knows what's gonna happen next, right?
Yeah.
How was it trying to record something like this right now?
I mean, I recorded all the demos at my house, and then I took them to a studio once things got a little bit better.
Mhm.
So I mean, we went to like a big studio and recorded all of the final vocals, and I've been at every mixing session, which has been a long, like, hours at a time until 6 a.m. I've been very much involved with this process. Like, the sounds, the levels, that's me over and over again, being like, oh no, like, oh yes. So it's like a body of work that I want to just release to the world.
I mean, that's like good to hear that you're like that type of artist, because there's like many artists who like don't really have like hands-on experience, or they choose not to really be in the studio and like really input their wants, their like
Right.
themselves into the process. So it's good to hear that you're like hands-on, and that you're just not a a singer, or in a sense that you care about the whole process. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I do. Because it represents everything from my whole life, like all that I worked for. I don't want to put something out and it's just like, she did this her whole life and this is still up. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. So like, let's talk about kind of like your mixed heritage. Also on your bio, on your website, it states that you're half Mexican, half German. So what has life been, especially like growing up as a kid,
In Detroit.
in Detroit, being half Mexican, half German?
Um, so I'm very proud of both of my heritages, and I love my family's like a whole mix. Like, my mom's adopted, so she's
Wow.
Mexican. Yeah, she's Mexican, but raised, like, she was always confused because she was raised white. Like, she
Yeah.
just never fit in, right? But
Yeah.
she's like, me and her are like soul sisters. Like, I love she's instilled that like spicy, like, being proud of where you're from, and I don't know, I just love that. But then my sister's adopted as well from China. So
Wow.
we have like,
Oh,
yeah. So I guess it's like Mexican, like German, China, and then it's just like we're all
Yeah.
mixed. Now, the second question, growing up in Michigan, that is not a good. It's people there are very,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So it was confusing. I think that'd be the best way to put it because
Yeah.
I never could fit into one group. I was like, all I knew is like I have to get out of here. Like
Mhm.
that's literally all I could say. There's a lot of good people there. Like I'm not hating. There's amazing people there. I still keep in touch with some people there, but for the most part, you can't. You can't. You're either to this or to that. You know. I just couldn't. I just
Yeah.
couldn't find my people. You know.
Yeah, I mean that's great. That's like a very because obviously New York City is such like a diverse,
Oh
place to
yeah.
live
True.
in. And like even like yesterday morning, I think, or this morning, I was like walking past a couple, and it seems like they adopted, just like a white couple, and it seems like they like adopted like a brown baby. I don't know,
Yeah.
Mexican,
Or
Hispanic.
she could have some explaining to do.
That too.
Yeah.
No, it is what it is. Just like, like yeah,
I
no,
got that
it is what
question
it
so
is.
much.
Yeah,
But they're
but
like, did your mom like I'm
I'm
like
pretty sure that baby was adopted. Come on, but
I was like, are you serious? And
yeah.
then people would be like, aren't you like they don't understand the concept of adoption or something. They're like, aren't you part Chinese? Because your sister. I was like,
Yeah,
bro. I was like, bro.
yeah. I mean, do you think that you will also pass it on and like kind of adopt if you ever?
1,000%.
Uh,
Like already, yeah.
yeah,
1,000%.
awesome.
I actually recently we went back and visited her orphanage in China
Wow.
before the pandemic.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
And I saw it's like heartbreaking is not the word. It's like wow. It just like
Humbling.
you you know. And to me, growing up and having the same bond as like she's my sister. Like I don't think anything else of her. I'm like I want to. I want that. You know.
yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's like very inspiring. Is like anything in your like upcoming EP like dealing with that, or like maybe in the future would you think about kind of like tackling a more like serious topics? Not to say that dancing and having a good time isn't like serious,
Right.
but like yeah, do you ever think that you want to like address more uh yeah, more serious topics? Sorry, that's like the only word that I could come up with.
Yeah. So yeah, that's actually exactly what I want to do with the next EP. Doing more lyrically, talking more about my struggles, my life. Um, more, yeah, yes, 100%. Like that's exactly the direction I want to go after this. I just like I needed to do this style of EP for myself because I literally need this music right now to listen and like feel good.
Yeah, yeah.
That's like the best way I can describe it. And then that's what I want to start working on in the winter is like being able, like just sitting down and writing raw stuff about how I feel about, all of the racial injustice that we're facing, all of the, hardships I've had growing up and moving out so young, that type of stuff. It's exactly what I want to talk about because it's very important to me.
Like so, yeah. So I think right now would be a good time to plug your single that just came out 2020.
Yes.
Yes. So let's play it.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Boop.
Only focus on green. I'm what they call a bad bitch. I still do with a sales bitch. Little booty and lots of moody, just so you know about me. If I want it, get it started. Ring around the wrist like I'm Jordan. Throwing my fits, get it poppin'. I don't even care what you would think. I'ma get crazy, I'ma go dumb. I'ma get rowdy, I'ma get loud. I'ma get crazy, I'ma go dumb. I'ma get rowdy, I'ma get loud. Just like 2020, we came to party and burn the whole world down. Just like 2020.
So, welcome back, guys, to this episode of Sounds Like NYC. You have just listened to Paytra's new single, 2020. Would you like to like explain kind of like the process behind creating that song? Maybe any struggles or or like anything that went really well during the recording, the writing, the creating process of that song?
So this was written in 20 minutes probably. It flew
Wow.
out of me. Yeah, no, like I obviously the harmonies and stuff all took a long time. Like, I'm talking about the actual writing of the song,
Yeah.
the chorus, everything. I don't know why. I was just like, I think I went for a run and I was listening to a track that they were like, you might like it, you might not. Like, I've had this track for so long, and it's like, okay, but whatever. And I heard it, I was like, bruh. And I just like came back and recorded it, and it was fun. Like, I had a blast. I was in my room, I was like, yes, like, oh shit, like, it was good.
Nah.
And it's about, it kind of talks about being Generation Z. Like, somehow I'm Generation Z. I thought I was a millennial for the longest amount of time.
Yeah,
I'm
same,
wrong.
same.
I'm actually Gen Z. So whatever. So I talk about this generation of, like, you know, this is our generation. Like, this is our time. We're the chorus is 2020 we came to party and burn the whole world down. It's like everything building up to, like, 2020 is exactly what we deserved. Because we fucked up the planet. Like, we did we not fuck up the planet?
It wasn't
us.
us.
It was
We were kinda
our
late to the party.
grandfathers. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it wasn't us necessarily.
But we have to deal with it. Generation
unfortunately,
Z,
yeah.
we have to deal with it. So it's like, it's kind of like rebellious towards authority. Like, don't tell us what to do. Like, we shouldn't listen to you,
Yeah,
because
exactly. Yeah,
look what you did. You know what I mean?
yeah. Exactly.
But it's not dark. It's very, like, confidence. Like, yeah, 2020. Like, ooh, we're Generation Z. Don't mess with us. You know, like, fun. But yeah, that it was like kind of sparked from that anger almost. But fire, like, fast fire, whatever you want to call it.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm definitely looking forward to listening to it.
You already listened to it.
Listen to it.
I mean, if I didn't listen to it originally, I would be very, very, very inclined to listen to it. Yes, that for sure. Yes.
I'm dead.
So when did you move to New York City? You said when you were 16?
Yeah, I don't know how long. Wait, I'm bad at math. I don't want to do it in my head right now. Like 7-8 years ago when I was 16. No, I'm 23 now. So
Okay.
Whatever time frame. Yes, when I was 16, I moved.
Yeah. So what was like the first months living in New York City? Like, how hard was it? Was it to, like, adjust, or was it not hard at all?
I didn't even know how to do my own laundry. Like, I just
Really?
fresh moved out of the house.
Same.
I was like so young, dude. I was like, okay, I'm at home in Michigan, and now suddenly I have, like, I'm here for myself. Like, I have to figure out how to work. I have to figure out how to make money. I have to figure out everything. I mean, I knew it was the right move, but difficult is like an understatement, I think. It's like, I had no friends. I had no job. I was blessed to have a couch to sleep on from, I call them my New York parents. This couple, they were so sweet. They're from the same city as me. They took me in.
Aww.
They took me in like a little, like, stray cat. gave me shelter until I kind of figured it out. It was it's speechless.
Yeah. Wait, so, like, why at the age of 16 did you just move to New York? Like, were you running away from home? Like,
No, I wasn't running away. I have a great, like, again, my parents, my family is amazing. I literally was, I don't know how to put it into words. I needed to get out of there. I was ready to start life. Like, people in high school were so, you know, they were doing it by society standards, and there's nothing wrong with that, you know, school, college.
Stupid.
And I was like, bro, like, I need to start my life. I'm ready to move out. And my parents, they were like, we believe you, like, we trust in you. Again, people think they're crazy, but I guess until you're in the situation, you don't know. Because I was a weird kid. I told you, like, I just like, I was weird.
Yeah. No, it's like really amazing that, like, you were, like, mature enough, like, at age 16.
Or just ballsy enough to do
Yeah,
it. I mean,
but just
New York
so
City.
young to move by
I
yourself to New
know.
York City. Like, you had that, like you were self-aware enough, first of all, to, like, just, like, say, hey, high school sucks. I'm ready to get out of there. Let's do it. Yeah, I don't think most.
I finished high school online, and I finished my college degree online. Like, I didn't drop out and run away.
Yeah.
So people think I did that, but I actually finished and got a business degree
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
while
Yeah,
working.
nice.
Yeah.
Nah,
But
you.
I'm not like,
Yeah.
I'm not that type of person.
Yeah. Did
Not that
you?
that's wrong again,
Yeah.
but
Did you? Did you graduate last year or this year?
I graduated last year.
Ah, perfect time. Yeah. You.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah. Good
planned
for
it.
you. Yeah.
Really planned the perfect time to graduate.
Yeah. I mean, I already have like, it's weird because I was mostly getting the degree for the knowledge
Mhm.
of running a business because that's that's what you do. People think when you're an artist, you're just an artist. It's a business. Like you're a business.
Mhm.
So I feel like I kind of just took the knowledge and applied it to what I'm doing already. And
Mhm.
I got smarter with money and like how to manage it. And that's been the reason I'm able to sustain myself, you know?
So what do you feel like you're doing differently from other artists now that you have this sort of, idea of like what, the business degree? Like what do you feel like
Yeah.
you do differently from other people?
I mean, it's a lot, like just between licensing and publishing and knowing how to market your music, how to talk to these people and get your foot in the door that maybe other people don't do. I feel like that's a big thing because again, especially with the genre of music I do, there's a lot of partying, there's a lot of fun, there's a lot of like, you go out and party at the clubs. Like I'd stay away from that and I just focus on the business. Like I take it seriously, and especially being a female, young female, it's like people are like, oh, she doesn't know what she's talking about. They try to pull one on you, and it almost comes like it almost is good because it's like I know what I'm talking about. Like I know about publishing, I know about licensing, I know a lot about the business, the law behind the
Mhm.
entertainment industry. It's like so I just like play. I just sit back and I listen, and I'm
You
like,
use it to your
okay,
advantage.
Yeah. Exactly.
yeah, I'm like exactly. So I feel like I just have taken the time to educate myself a lot on the business side, like a business head. Like I wanted to be a business head rather than just creative. I wanted to do both.
Mhm.
So I can manage money, I can invest correct, I can, not put all my like get different streams of income and kind of diversify, myself because I'm a business. Like I have to make money,
Exactly. Exactly.
that's like something people forget, like you can't
Yeah.
just look cool on Instagram. You have to know how to make money or else what the fuck, like
What's the point?
Exactly.
how do you survive?
Yeah. So I mean, I think
So
an important thing about running a business is like how to properly market yourself. So like, what have you been doing on social media to sort of help market yourself?
yeah, it's a good question. So I started by doing a whole rebrand, like a branding board and kind of visual turning my thoughts into like a visualization. And then I've been monitoring analytics a lot and targeting, especially Spotify has a big
Yeah.
monopoly right now over music.
Oh man,
Mhm.
they
So
have choice opinions about that.
Yeah.
yeah,
talk
no,
about
I mean, good or bad, like it's happening,
Mhm.
it, I mean, it's not tell all, but if you get on a big Spotify playlist, you could gain a lot of new people,
No,
like a
definitely.
lot. So I've just been really analyzing analytics on Snapchat ads, on Instagram ads, on Facebook ads, like really seeing who's receptive, what works, what doesn't,
Mhm.
playing that game, and then putting the money where it works type thing. But in terms of like Instagram, I think it's important to just be real and like engage your audience, don't just be like a perfect, of course, look, put your nice photos up, whatever, but kind of being a real person that they can relate to, because again, it all comes, that's what I do, that's what I want to do with the music, like that's who I am. So I want people to see that, but also be smart about branding, marketing. Yeah, it's like it's a trial and error. Like I'm not perfect, I'm sure there's a lot of stuff I can change, but that's what I'm constantly trying to do, is like be the best I can and kind of keep it going.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
For sure.
yeah. And I mean, do you have any more questions?
Mm, I mean, I don't know. I think probably like the question that we always ask is like, how do you feel that New York City has changed you,
Mhm.
and I'm pretty sure like you've spent
Yeah.
a good chunk of your
Yeah.
life in New York City already, so it has to have changed you pretty dramatically.
Oh yeah. Like it taught me how to hustle. It taught me how to make money. It taught me how to be smarter about, I street smart, whatever. Like that's not the right term. You know what I mean? It's just like people try to pull one over you on you here. And I love that because it makes you smarter. That's what happens in life. And you can grow up and you can try to stay in that bubble as long as you want,
Mhm.
but it's got to pop at some point. And I would rather learn earlier how to deal with that and how to kind of be more, what's the word, like less naive. So I think that's the biggest thing that New York's done. It's just like, hey, honey, I hate to break it to you, but life is not all beauty and sunshine, and that's okay. And that's the reality. And I love that about New York, that everybody's like focused on what they want to do, and that if you don't keep up with them, you're done. So it pushes you to be better.
Sort of like what we like to say is like, what do you want to end this interview with? Like any last words?
Oh, wait, that's the question, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is
Oh, okay. Okay. I guess my last words would be do what makes you happy. Don't be afraid to be different, because that's gonna be the thing that makes you successful. So don't let anybody tell you that you can't. And I hope everybody, I just hope that helps somebody.
Oh, love
Awesome. Yeah.
that. Love that. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much for coming on.
Yeah. Thank
We
you so
Thank
much.
you
for-
guys.
Yeah, you've been great.
It was
Thank you.
awesome. It was awesome meeting you guys. Get some rest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we will. Oh boy,
Go
we
to bed
will.
or something.
Yes, ma'am.